Let's get filming. Hiya, it's Laura, and today I'm going to be melting all of my candles together. I don't know why I said that so weird. So, you know, after the holidays you get a bunch of leftover candles, and they get to a point after you use them quite a bit where you can't fucking light them anymore, and it's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Because you just have this candle and you just have all this wax just sitting there. It looks gross, and you can't light it because the wick is gone. It's covered in this disgusting soot. The wick got submerged in the wax. It's gone. Everything is gone. It doesn't even smell good when you light it. It's terrible. Your candle is doomed. Fear not. Now, this wouldn't be a traditional mixing all your shit together video or doing 100 coats of fill in the blank if we didn't see what all of the scents would be combined. So I decided to just melt them all together and create a new candle. A lot of people do this. This isn't an original idea, but I think mixing all the scents together is original. So most people, what they do is they just take all their candles and they kind of like make a new candle just by making layers. You know, so when you burn through each layer, it's a new scent. I wanted to actually mix the waxes together to see what new scent I come up with. I have 8 different candles here. Orange, apple, lavender, green tea leaves, vanilla cashmere, and then these 2 abominations, which I have no idea what the fuck they are, but they're honestly kind of disgusting. Yeah, honestly pretty gross. I don't know what the scent is going to be. I feel like it's going to be something vanilla-y with a lot of green, since I have 3 like green tea ones and then I have like 2 vanillas. I don't know what the color is going to be. Some tannish, greenish brown. Something, it's gonna have some green because I do have 3 green candles, but I think it's also gonna be like tannish tan because I have white as well. And then brown, because when you mix the rainbow, it turns into brown. You're going to need a new glass container for your candle. You're also going to need all of your fucking candles. I have 8. And then there's one on the bed. Some twine or some string, something a little bit heavy duty, and then we're just gonna coat this in wax to make our wick. Candle warmer. I just got this from Walmart. But if you have a hot plate or a little stove top or anything that can heat up glass without it exploding, you'll be good to go. But that's what we're doing, folks. Let's just go ahead and start melting all of our candles, and let's see what happens. So, like I said, this is great for candles that are covered in that nasty soot, or if the wick is just completely disappeared, or for any candles that you simply just don't like the smell of individually. While I did use the candle warmer for the smaller candles, I chose to just heat the larger candles over a skillet on my stovetop. Be careful when you do this. You want to heat glass, or any material for that matter, slowly and gradually because it could pop and explode. When the wax welts, you can remove those little metal pieces as well, and that's also why you can't just put them in the microwave. For the wick, you can just stretch out a piece of twine and measure it at least as long as your new glass jar candle will be. If yours is rather thick, like mine, then I suggest getting 3 pieces that length and then braiding them together so that your wick will be thicker, and that when you do burn your candle later on, it will not create a tunneling effect. Twist your pieces of braided string, and then you can dip them in the hot wax and then let it cool, and do that several times so that your new wick becomes relatively stiff. Please have a little patience with me. Don't leave me. then just go ahead and start pouring in all of your waxes. It doesn't really matter what order you do it in, because we are going to heat it uniformly at the end anyway. What I did to actually make the wick stay down at the bottom of the candle is I attached a washer at the bottom so that it sunk and it would stay there and it wouldn't just float back up. So I highly recommend you prepare that before you start pouring in your candle wax, because that will save you a lot of frustration later on. And then I just found these 2 candles in my house. I needed more candles because I didn't have enough wax. These are unscented, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add those to my jar just so I can have more wax to work with. Caution, so I melted those 2 candles that I found earlier in the microwave because there weren't any metal pieces in there, and I melted them in this dish, and then when I poured the dish in there, I literally got wax all over the table. So when you do this, do it outside or somewhere where you don't really care if you spill the wax, or just find a better method to do it all together. Maybe use a funnel or something. And then just let it cool. Alright, so here is the candle with all of the wax in it. I poured the wax at different intervals, and that's why it has this layering or this striping, and I don't want that. You can leave it like this if you want, but that just means that whatever scent is on top, that's the one that's going to be burned. But that's no fun, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to heat this up again so that it all becomes liquid, and then I'm going to mix it all around with like a stick or something, and then we're gonna let it harden again and see what the final scent and color is. Let's go.
6.5 hours later.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so I'm back. The candle is complete. I have good news, and I also have some bad news. The good news is I made a candle. But if you told me that it would have turned out this like salmon pink, sort of have like a purplish, dark, like a plum purple color, I would never have believed you, because half of this candle was light green and only a little bit was like orange, but there wasn't very much red or the lavender. So I'm very surprised at the color of the candle. I actually I can't talk. It's actually very strange as well, because I bought this candle at the store the other day. I know, Laura, the reason why you're melting all the candles together so that you have less candles, and then you go ahead and buy another candle. Oops. But yes, I did buy another candle, but it's because I painted this can copper and made it all pretty and then put a candle in here. But that's not the point. The point is that I bought this nice pink candle, and the candle that I made by mixing all of my candles together turned out to be like the same sort of shade. So aside from color, I know we're all very interested to see what the scent of this will be. I'm doing drugs. I'm pretty sure that this candle just smells like those awful green candles that I mentioned earlier. Literally, like, did I really just say literally? It just smells like those green candles. That's all it smells like. It doesn't smell like anything else, and I'm like mildly disappointed, but since it's like pink, I'm not too disappointed because I wasn't expecting it to be pink. Now, on for the bad news. So, you know, I've never made candles before. I'm not knowledgeable in, you know, the making of candles. Apparently, I did something that wasn't right, and my candle has an anus. I don't understand. I swear to you, it didn't look like this when it was cooling. It didn't have an anus before. Now it does. Rather deep. Fingering candles. Quality content. It's very deep. I can't get my whole finger in there. Yeah, it has an anus. I'm gonna try to fix this. I'm gonna like heat it with a blow dryer before I try to light it, just because the fucking, I mean, look at it. No. The wick is like right in the anus hole. Yeah. I'm curious as to why that happened. Like I said, I never made candles. I was just melting them together to make a fun video and hopefully gain subscribers, so there's that. Why does my candle have an anus? Don't look that up. Don't look that up. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I don't know why I thought that'd be a good thing to Google, but don't look it up. Inserting candle in butt candles, ass candle. I'm gonna stop looking that up now and look up something maybe a little bit more family friendly. Apparently my candle has an anus because I didn't cool it uniformly or something like that. Air pockets got into places where they shouldn't be. As a result, it left a nice big old hole. Before I light it and see if it still smells like those awful green candles, I'm gonna try to fix this.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I have fixed the candle. It no longer has an anus, unfortunately. Sorry to all the people who had a kink for candles with anuses. It's not the most smooth thing, but it's fine. The real question is, will it light? Oh my god! I wasn't actually expecting my candle to light, just because it seems like one of those things like where you think, oh yeah, it's gonna be so easy, and then when you do it, it's like, why the f is this so hard? Waft. It still just smells like those green candles. I was proved wrong in both respects. The color is not tan or brown or with a greenish tinge at all. It's a very lovely salmon pink color, and the smell isn't vanilla-y. But literally, it's just those two candles that kind of were gross. I'm not gonna complain though. I made a candle, I mixed them all together. I have one big fat ass candle right now. That's what I came to do. So if you like this video and you think you might enjoy my silly antics in the future or crafty shit, please feel free to subscribe or like or share or whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah. Woohoo!